Good morning. My name is Sean Webb. I'm your Director of Community Engagement and the Educational Foundation for Desert Sands Unified School District, and you are watching Classroom Conversations. We're the show that engages everything great going on in the Coachella Valley, what's going on amazing in our schools, as well as we share all the great things with our students. But today we've got a special episode. It's our first time back in about a week and a half. We're going to catch up here. We've got school starting up soon. But before I move on, I want to go ahead and make sure to thank our sponsors for this show. CoachellaValley.com. Craig Campbell, you are a true friend of education. Thank you very much for allowing us to have this on your platform with you, as well as our friends over at Prep Sports Weekly. It's great to have your partnership. Kevin Pillow, thank you for your partnership and wanting to host our halftime show, where it's going to be picking up again here in the middle of August when we have our football games pick up. Desert Sands Educational Foundation, obviously, they wrote a grant and they wrote for some funds with Agua Caliente, and I'll share about that in a second, as well as Desert Sands Unified School District. But let me go ahead and read the mission statement for Desert Sands Educational Foundation. The Desert Sands Educational Foundation secures funding and awards money to provide supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning in Desert Sands Unified School District. And their vision statement: in partnership with public and private sectors, Desert Sands Educational Foundation financially supports creative and innovative programs that enrich and enhance the educational experience in the academics, the arts, and extracurricular activities that engage all students and staff in DSUSD. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move my screens over here so we can get started. Today, we've got a visitor with us. We've got our very own Chef Mary. Good morning, Chef Mary. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm doing well. Everything seems to be popping and busy, and everything seems to be open. And I know you've been running around doing all other things other than your job, which is kind of fun, which I think is nice that we get a chance to get outside of our role as chef and communication engagement person.
Exactly.
But I had a chance to spend the weekend in Julian.
Okay.
I volunteered to do their annual Sip of Julian, which is a fundraiser for their country Christmas, which they do right at Thanksgiving. And I'll give them a plug. If you ever want to do something that's wonderfully magic, you have to go there. You just walk into a picture postcard.
Oh, okay. I got you. You obviously have some ties back to Julian, so I love that you always go back there and help out with those events.
I do. I moved there in 1987.
Okay.
And so it was kind of interesting because some of the people that I knew that were Steve's classmates are now grown with children, and it was always kind of fun to see them and see how well they've done. And their kids are graduating from high school when Steve graduated from high school there.
Okay.
So, but I think you had a pretty interesting week last week.
I had a very, very interesting week. Not last week, but the week prior. As you know, and as a lot of people that are friends of mine, and I'll share, I have an amazing job where for a week and a half every year I go down to San Diego and I get to work at San Diego Comic-Con. And it was just fantastic, Mary. As I've told you, it's the best people watching job around. I get to work there with the staff of Comic-Con, as well as we interact with the city, the county, the Port Authority. In years past, we've had Secret Service there because we've had congressmen and even presidential candidates come in through Comic-Con. So it's just an amazing event. This was our 52nd year of the event. It's weird. It was the 52nd year of the event, but only 51 have happened.
Yes.
And so forth. But no, it was just fantastic. Got to geek out a little bit. And I'm a fan of The Walking Dead and got to see some of the panels and so forth with that. So that was a lot of fun. But no, very exciting, very exciting. But no, I'm glad to be back. We've got teachers coming back later in the month. I'm going to see all of our site leadership, all of our Desert Sands principals and assistant principals, as well as anybody from our business services side. We're going to see them all tomorrow. We have our retreat starting tomorrow. And then on the second day, we're separating by departments. But no, it's very exciting. The 22-23 school year is here, Mary. It is here.
And I know, the arena, I was looking at their calendar, and I think we start ramping back up toward the end of September. Calls that are going to come in, and they've got a big schedule. But I mean, for you and I think it's really fun to get outside of our regular roles because it kind of gives us ideas about other things.
Oh no, I've got plenty of ideas. It's just like when I interviewed for Comic-Con years ago, I basically said running one of your halls is like running one of our graduations. So I feel like when I'm at Comic-Con, I'm getting different ideas of how to run large events for us in the district. I'm getting ideas on how they interact and communicate. I love that we use Google. They use Google, so I'm able to. I'll flat out say I borrow and steal ideas from them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. But I want to continue on here, Mary. With the 22-23 school year, I think it's pretty exciting. And she's going to be joining us later in the month. But our very own Kate Anderson, for those of you that don't know Kate is with the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians. And they are our main sponsor this year for Classroom Conversations. Mary, so when we get to virtually meet with Kate, you'll be able to thank her.
Yes.
She's the Director of Public Relations for Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians. And she's going to give us an update, just like Brooke did last year. She's going to give us an update weekly, starting up later here in the month. So very exciting. Got to just say thank you to our friends over here at Agua Caliente. Yeah, no, it's exciting, Mary, that we have sponsors again.
Yeah, that is. So when school, what day is the school starting in the desert?
Okay, school starts on the 16th. While we're talking about this, Mary, I might as well bring this up on screen. This is our district website, but school starts up on the 16th. As I said, some of our all of our principals and leadership will be back tomorrow. Some of our middle schools, from what I know, I believe Page Middle School has a summer school bridge program going on where they have, I believe, like 50 kids going to school right now. So some of our elementary middle schools did summer school right after the school year, and some started right up here in August, on August 1st. So I know that they have that going on. One of the things that I wanted to point out, Mary, as we have our website there, our communications team, Jan and Mary Perry, they do an amazing job. Well, Jan is, she's a parent in our district, so she knows exactly what we need and so forth. So she, as well as we get the input from every department, but she keeps this up to date, and all the most pertinent information you could see right on this this top slide deck.
No, that's
so
good.
As we've highlighted before, we're looking for enrollment in Horizon School. You can find information about that. We have vaccination clinics that are coming up. I was given dates earlier. Let's see here. The dates for the vaccination clinic is August 12th at Indio High School. They're going to have a vaccination clinic from 3 to 6. And they're also offering the TDAP, which all of our students are required to have. That's been state law for many years. And then again on August 15th from 3 to 6 at Desert Ridge Academy, they're offering another vaccination clinic. But I would say, Mary, if you ever want to know what's going on with Desert Sands, just go to DSUSD.US and look at the top banner here. That's all the top information that you need to know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then also we have these quick links here. As you scroll down here, my screen is taking a little bit of time catching up here. But we have these screens here where you can go ahead and go to the quick links for the calendar, parent view. That's a big one that's coming up on the banner now. Parent view, that's a way that, I'm sure that Steve has a way to see how Madison's doing by looking on his phone and seeing when she checks into class and or the attendance, the grades, even the behavior. We have a very similar thing here in Desert Sands called Parent View, and that's an app that you can just go ahead and download.
Yeah, and I think that makes it nice because
definitely,
it's nice to be able just to keep track of all those things. I think we get so busy that by the time you come home and you try to open up email and address it, it's after hours.
Yep.
And you're already pretty tired. And this way, to me, when you have it right at hand, you can really take a minute and address it. And of course, the person I think that's sending the information is hoping to have a quick response as well.
Right. Oh, definitely. One of the things that we're doing, as you guys know, this over here, Super Seconds, this is information by Dr. Kelly Mae Volmer, most up-to-date information that you get from her. You can see there, as well as you can follow her on Twitter. You can definitely get information there. But one of the things that we're doing, let me bring this up here on the screen here. One of the things that we're doing is we have a thought exchange going on. And I'm going to put this across the clicker on the bottom here. This is a thought exchange where we want to know about our community and what your needs and wants are. So please, I encourage you, you can scan that. You can go to the website, tejoin.com. I'll put it here in the comment section here as well. It's real simple. Go ahead, go to that website and give us our thoughts and about what you're expecting out of the school year and what you're wanting for your children or you wanting for your community and so forth. This is a great way to express it. So Mary, what's cool is maybe we'll do this next episode. We'll go ahead and do one on together. And we can show the community that it's pretty awesome. Like you can go ahead and answer it, put up some thoughts. Just you can write up some thoughts, some basic thoughts. I want more students to have more hands-on activities in culinary. You could basically just put that. And then if I agree with it, I can put a thumbs up on it. And then everybody who logs into the thought exchange can either add their own thoughts, or they can comment on other thoughts, or they can just agree or
Oh,
disagree.
wow.
Yeah, so we try to make it as user-friendly as possible, but I encourage our families to go ahead to the Thought Exchange, tejoin.com, to go ahead and do that. And let me go ahead and, Mary, while we're talking about this, I want to put it in our comment section so people can go ahead and do it as well. But let's see here. Let's go to the comment section. Really easy. I can just put it here. Go to tejoin.com. So this will appear on the comment section of the network that you're watching it, either on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter. You should be able to click that and go directly to tejoin.com and enter that code and give us some information about what you'd like to see with Desert Sands.
Oh, I think that's a good idea, because I think we sometimes, the small things that are important to people, whether it's a negative or a positive importance, it kind of gives you a chance to look at it and say,
Yep.
listen, there's a lot of people that are not liking this, or there's a lot of people that find this program is really good.
Right.
And then you can expand or repair or look into, or, we find that, almost every place where you go, even as volunteers, they're always asking for, how can we make it better? What was your experience? I had something the other day. Gosh, what was it? Oh, I was shopping at Walmart.
Okay.
And they asked me to fill out the survey, and it was pretty impressive. They wanted to know, how the cashier was, and how the product I bought, and how was the pricing. And I took the time to do it, and I thought it was pretty clever that it went into detail, but it didn't take very long to do it.
Right.
And they said that, it's their way of, improving their services. And I'm kind of happy about that. I mean, I like.
Excellent. No, it's great to get that information. And that's exactly what Dr. Kelly Mae Bulmer's doing here. She wants to know, we service almost 27,000 students. That's a lot of families in the Coachella Valley, 34 schools, as well as we have a staff of almost 3,000 between certificated and classified. She wants to survey the community to see what their needs and wants are. And I love that she's doing that. She's taking the opportunity to giving everybody the opportunity to give their word.
Exactly.
And she's listening.
So do you have a lot of new principals this year?
So I've been given the task, as you know, I'm the community guy, right? In the district, I've been given the task to help gather items for 6 principals that'll be starting up for the first time this year.
Oh, awesome.
I've been getting baskets of items from, Brian over at Jimmy John's. He gave a free sandwich to everybody. Actually, I shouldn't probably be talking about this because they're getting this for the first time coming up. But so they are getting Jimmy John's. They're getting punch other things too. But
yes.
I was in charge of recruiting that in the community and so forth. But no, we have a lot of, we got 6 new principals. We've got a number of new assistant principals that are coming through.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So it's great. It's great. And the leadership program that I was part of last year, and it's been ongoing and so forth. I'm happy to see that a lot of the assistant principals that were hired were right from that leadership program too, that we're all participating. And that's made of teachers, myself being a classified manager, counselors, school psychologists, district certificated administrators. So I love that we're, as we say, we're growing our own. So it's nice to see that.
Yeah, and I think it's nice to know that you have upward movement in the educational system too.
Of course.
That you can get into. Particularly if you want to move in that direction, that opportunity is always there for you.
Yeah.
So I thought I saw on one of the social medias that they're doing a memorial walk for Hunter.
Yes, so I saw that this morning, actually, for the first time. From what I understand, a community group has reached out to the family where they're going to be doing this on Saturday morning. This is actually the trails that I hike every single morning with Mayor Evans and a number of us, as we call ourselves, the 5 a.m. roll call.
Yeah.
So they're meeting there at 5 a.m. on Saturday at the trailhead at the top of the cove, and they're going to do the which I'd have a hard time being there. They're going to do the last hike that Hunter did before he went out for deployment.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty fascinating. Unfortunately, I will not be in town. I unfortunately cannot be able to participate, but our very own, you got to love this. Our own Linda Evans will definitely be there. I know that she'll definitely be there. She'll be in support. But if I wish I would have known about it ahead of time, but unfortunately, Tara and I have plans. We're going to be out of town. But I think it's fantastic that they're honoring Hunter and doing this. Speaking of Hunter Lopez Memorial, we had the pleasure of one of our board members, as you know, Mary, you heard during the board meeting the other night, who was it? Sherry Haynes, one of our Desert Sands Educational Foundation board members, was honored by Sandy Newton from the Desert Sun. And she's honoring people in the community that do things to give back. And how she was able to honor her was to give her $1,000 to give to an organization that Sherry wanted to benefit, and that meant something to her. And she's donating the funds to the Hunter Lopez Memorial Foundation.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's pretty awesome that they're doing that. It's coming from an organization through Sandy Newton. And, I still have the Mayor Evans comment up there. From what I understand, Mayor Evans kind of nominated her. So thank you for that, Mayor Evans. That's pretty awesome that you did that. But no, we're going to have $1,000 come in addition to the memorial fund that we have. As you know, we're still meeting with community groups to see where we're going to land those funds. But there's over $57,000 there now. That's a lot of money that our communities come up with to make sure that public service academy students and students that are going into public service will get an opportunity for scholarships. So pretty exciting.
I know. I'm really glad they're doing that, because it made, when I saw that, it just made me feel really good that he was such a special person in our life and in our school. And of course, a family member and a son and a brother or whatever, that they take the time to bring him back for a couple of times, walking and remembering him. I think it's,
yes, definitely.
I think it's a good thing. I think it makes everybody look back on really good memories, because I think by now probably they're embracing the fun things that they knew about Hunter.
Yep. And as you know, I went to Comic-Con, and I know Herman and Alicia well, and it's very public on their social media that Hunter was a big fan of Star Wars. So I made sure to have, I don't have it with me today, but I have my Hunter Lopez Memorial water bottle.
Oh, cool.
Water shaker, and I made sure to take pictures of it with people who are in costume. So I posted one of the Mandalorian holding it, his water bottle in Hunter's honor. But no, it's pretty special to do that.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to say, as we always highlight our comments, gotta love it. Linda Evans said teamwork. Yes, I agree completely. It's all about teamwork, definitely. And let's see here. Oh, we also have our foundation president, so she has access to the Desert Sands Educational Foundation page. So she posted, "Good morning, y'all." You're wondering why she put y'all. Well, Kathleen then went ahead on her own page. She posted, as she's in Texas right now, and she posted that, "Oops, that's me, but good morning from Texas." She'll be in the desert tonight. I'm actually meeting with her and Gina, our new treasurer, Mary, to go over some budgetary items. We're going to have the budget for you guys to approve at our next meeting. But moving on here, Mary, I want to make sure that our Desert Sands community is aware. We have Horizon School available. Let me clear off the banners here real quick. Horizon School is our virtual academy. This was founded in 2001. It's been going on for a long time now, but that is available for all of our students and so forth. If you want to go ahead and apply, that is available. Let me go ahead and bring up you can go to DSUSD.US to find out more information, but that is available for all of our students. One of the things I'll tell you at the AVID training, Mary, Horizon School has always been known for, I'll say that maybe having a couple hundred students. Well, now they're up to like 800 students because of the virtual school. And I saw that at the AVID training when I would normally see a group of like 8 teachers, and they had 30 teachers there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but pretty amazing. But no, we're taking enrollment right now for the Horizon Virtual School. So pretty exciting. But you just sent me a text. Why don't you share a little bit about what you sent me a text about, Mary?
Well, as everyone knows, or maybe everyone doesn't know, Chef Jennifer Town, who we met when I was at the school with the culinary program, was a huge, huge supporter. She came to our showdowns. Our students went to her restaurant. They worked in her restaurant. She supported fundraising for us, and she has a very serious medical issue. She's got breast cancer, stage 3, and is not able to work. And anybody that knows anything about that knows the trauma mentally and physically that causes. So we are going to do a fundraiser to thank her for everything that she did for us in La Quinta at the high school on September 17th. No, I'm sorry, September 14th.
September 14th, yep.
We're going to have a dinner similar to our showdown, but not necessarily a showdown. with 7 courses, and a lot of the chefs that knew her are showing up to do those events for us, and we hope to raise about $5,000, maybe. We're thinking
Minimally $5,000. I'll tell you, I'm going to put up her GoFundMe here in a second, but just so people are aware who Chef Town is, here she is working with students back in, this is like 2015, these pictures here, Mary. You know, Tiffany and Cooper there were 2 students of yours. But these are back from 2014-15. That's Jennifer Town there. This is when she was working at the Purple Room. But no, it's going to take place on September 14th. I'll be posting the link soon. It's just been amazing. Just our people that are coming back to help, from Chef Oscar Reese, Chef Hervé, Mark Tadros, who's joining in on the fun too. And then we have Worldwide Produce, who I don't even know, John Trad, I believe is his name. And he just said, hey, I'll give you all the produce. And then our good friend Glenn over at Crown, consider it all the protein taken care of. So it's just fantastic that everybody's stepping forward. It's going to be very reasonably priced, Mary. All the tickets are going to be $65 a piece, which we're going to sell for a 7-course meal. You can't get that anywhere in town. From what I understand, the proteins are going to be what I saw: pork belly, rack of lamb, and scallops. And so they're mixing in dishes in with that. Most amazing. I don't think I shared this with the group yet. Chef Chantel Carter from the Parker will be doing dessert.
I know.
And you're excited just for that, Mary. I know that.
Well, you know, like, it was kind of interesting because I think friends of friends have reached out.
Yep,
my friend from Coachella Valley Coffee has thrown himself into the arena to provide coffee or iced tea or whatever that we need.
Yep.
Some of the other contacts we had from, previous catering companies have said, what can I do? How can I help you? I think the camaraderie with our culinary people in Palm Springs and La Quinta and Palm Desert is probably the best I've ever been with in my entire life.
Mary, and that has to go to a lot of the efforts that you and Miss Tucker did in the kitchen over there too. Hands down, I remember meeting with Chef Strickland from La Quinta Resort and Chef Robertson from New Leaf Catering that said they would normally not meet if it weren't for you and Sherry doing these types of events and us doing these types of events.
And I look at all of our students there. I see all of my graduate students, and they're all working in the industry.
Yep.
And I think they were working with Chef Jennifer. They saw the career possibilities and the fun of it. And they probably also saw how much work it was, but still they stayed with it. And they're all in professional spots in the desert.
No, I have to apologize. I've got some voicemails from some of the students that have reached out direct that I just haven't had a chance to get back to them yet.
Yeah.
And thank you for putting me in contact with them. I'll be texting them and so forth so we can arrange for that night. But no, it's just all coming together beautifully. As you're aware, when we had the showdowns back in the day, we had Bianca or anybody from KESQ kind of be our MC to work with a student. Well, our very own Patrick Evans, who did one of our showdowns for us before, he's going to be helping out.
Cool.
He's the morning meteorologist, and he's going to be doing the emceeing for us that night. If I know Patrick, he'll probably end up bringing some Effluvio sausage. As you know, he's the creator of that with him and his grandfather. So we may end up at 8 courses or 9 courses. You never know with these events, Chef Mary.
He has his own little cooking show on. Maybe we should make him one of those courses. But I saw that Chef Woods has said he's got this huge big ice cream machine coming in or something.
Yeah, so it's been fantastic with all of the different COVID funds that have come in and so forth. Chef Wood has done it to, you and I were scrounging to get enough money for paper plates and forks and napkins. There's been more than enough money for the culinary program where they've ordered beautiful things. They've got these amazing gelato makers now. They have this, everything is on casters that they're buying, like barbecue wise, so they can move it around. They got some amazing products over there. Yeah. It's much different times, Mary, much different times in the culinary CTE world. They're doing very well.
Well, when I reached out to our culinary alumni, all of a sudden, it's little pop-ups here. Joseph called in, and then Itzy called in, and then Jose called in, and they're all going, count us in. And I said, listen, it's going to be wonderful to work alongside of you, as an equal partner. Instead
you're not directing them. They're going to be. You might get some directions from them now, Mary. They're all adults now.
I said, hey, I'm at your command, whatever you want to do. And they're checking back in, and it just goes to show the impact that Jennifer had, even on our students, that they would care enough to take some time out of their personal life and come back into the school and volunteer. But, when I was teaching the program, I really impressed upon them that you have to stand up to the bar and volunteer. And you help other people, you help other situations. They get to know you, they get to see you.
Yep.
It's an opportunity for you to look for some career opportunities just by being there. And, they're not going to make your volunteer job hard or something you can't do, which I think we never did that. They had a great time. I think our chefs pushed them to the point that they went, oh, wow, I didn't realize I could do that.
As well as I will say some of the chefs that worked with them, they pushed them to the point to push them to motivate them, as well as they pushed them to the point where maybe this isn't what I need to do. Maybe
exactly.
it's a different direction. That's one of the reasons why I love the career pathways is you get to see a career before you actually enter that career.
Oh yeah, because I've had jobs lately that I quit.
Well, Mary, we could definitely talk about your many jobs and careers for a while now, but I want to go ahead and make sure to bring this up on screen again. I want to make sure to thank Kate Anderson and Aqua Caliente Bandicoot Indians. As you know, Mary, they're going to be our sponsor this year for StreamYard and our access. I want to make sure to thank Craig Campbell at CoachellaValley.com. Mary, I'm going to catch up with you back in the green room here. Do you want to close us out for today?
Sure. It's a great way. School's going to be starting pretty soon, so be careful when you're driving around. These little two-legged creatures are all over the street with their new backpacks and their friends, and they're all laughing because I'm already seeing that around here. Just be mindful that they're on the street, parents and extra cars and whatever. But I just want to say a personal thank you to Chef Jennifer, because I will be always grateful for the amount of time that you took out of your personal life to take care of our culinary students. And we're going to do something special for you.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and more details to follow on that. Mary, I'll see you here in a second.
Okay.
Hey, guys at CoachellaValley.com and our friends on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.